Well, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to 2025. My name's Lee, your virtual airline pilot, back with you again with the first of this year's two reviews. Well, no, actually, two reviews for this week coming out. This is going to be a bit interesting, I think. I've flown in here, looked over this particular scenery, and it's pretty amazing, actually. Let me just clarify, where are we? We are in Norway. I've actually changed the month to May, so we've got a decent sort of clear weather for you to see the scenery. This is Mega Airport Oslo Gardermoen in Norway, Echo November Golf Mike. This is a new payware scenery by Aerosoft, and we're looking at version 1.0.2 for the PC version of both Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024. There's a version for the new simulator out as well. The download comes in by the Airsoft One app, so I can't exactly tell you how much it downloads, but it installs at 3.05 gigs, so just over 3 gigs. It's available from a variety of vendors. You can get it from the Airsoft shop, or from SimMarket, or from Just Flight as well. I'll give you the SimMarket price because it includes tax. Currently sitting at €25.16, which equates to roughly $25.95 US, or £20.88 UK. As ever, the US and UK prices are estimates taken from the euro, and they include tax or VAT at 20%, which of course could vary depending on your country of purchase. So we've got already a payware version of this scenery out there from Orbix, and I believe there's a freeware, so the airport's sort of fairly well catered for. So I was wondering just how good this new version would be. Bear in mind, recently I've just reviewed MILAN MALPENSA, also from Aerosoft, and to be honest, it wasn't really up to par. I mean, it was okay, it's good scenery, probably one of the best out there, but it didn't have the usual Airsoft touch, all the little animations and features that Airsoft are known for. And any of you who've got their NURNBERG scenery will know what I'm talking about. Just wasn't in MILAN MALPENSA, so it was a bit underwhelming, really. So then I come to look at this one, Gardermoen, and it's like night and day. This particular scenery is quite impressive. It's got all the features that Airsoft are known for, and we'll go into those. In fact, there's a long list of features to come up next. So this is quite a big scenery, quite a big project, with lots of very interesting features to really make this airport come alive. So let's go into those features and talk about them now. Okay, features then. So we have a highly accurate recreation of Oslo Gardermoen Airport, Echo November Golf Mike. Highly detailed models with high resolution textures. Up-to-date airport layout, and that's as of April 2024. Accurate terrain and runway profiles. We've got custom Jetway models with accurate variations for each terminal pier. And we have dynamic and alive airport environment with custom vehicle traffic on the apron area, ambient passenger movement inside the terminal, interior modelling of all terminal piers, train and road traffic in the airport vicinity, various sound effects around the airport using a WYs. I'm not sure what WYs is, but the sound effects are good. I can certainly attest to that. Large amounts of ground clutter and service equipment at the stands and the various parking areas. Custom aerial image covering the airport boundary and vicinity includes a custom wind turbine models for the Odal wind farm. Accurate taxiway lighting, including custom runway guard lights or wigwags. Custom runway lights layout to match the real-world counterpart. Custom windsock models and other environment-dependent animations. Animated hangar doors with proximity triggers. That's the Norwegian Air Shuttle and the North Atlantic hangars. Stands support AI traffic with airline parking codes, so you guys that fly offline are sorted out. Highly realistic nighttime dynamic lighting. Custom taxiway signage models. There's also a GSX profile with accurate pushback procedures. Various features such as passenger and vehicle density adjustment via the Aerosoft One app, so you can make changes if you're getting sort of frame rate issues. And it supports the Aerosoft Visual Docking Guidance System module with highly accurate T1 and T2 safe dock systems. So there you've got a huge amount of features listed, and take it from me, they're pretty impressive, and we'll try to get to see as many of that we can. So in the meantime, let's look at some history. So, history. Oslo Gardermoen Airport, Echo November Golf Mike, or simply referred to as Gardermoen, is a public-use international airport owned by the Norwegian Ministry of State and operated by the state-owned company Avinor. The airport serves Oslo, the capital and most populous city in Norway. A hub for North Atlantic Airways, Norwegian Air Shuttle, Scandinavian Airlines and Widerøe, it connects to over 26 domestic and 158 international destinations. The airport is located 22 miles or 35 kilometers northeast of the city at Gardermoen, at the border of the Nansted and Ullensaker municipalities in Viken County. The airport is connected to the city centre by the Gardermoen Line, a high-speed railway served by mainline trains, and Fly to Get, a fast airport express train service. The percentage of passengers using public transport to get to and from the airport is one of the highest in the world at nearly 70%. The ground facilities are owned by Oslo Lufthavn AS, a subsidiary of Avinor. The Royal Norwegian Air Force also share the airport and its facilities at Gardermoen Air Station, located on the field. An expansion with a new terminal building and a third pier opened in late April 2017. The airport location was first used by the Norwegian Army from 1940, with the first military airport facilities being built in the 1940s. The airport remained a secondary reserve and airport for the chartered flights to Oslo Fornebu Airport until October 1998, when the latter was closed and an all-new Oslo Airport opened at Gardermoen, costing 11.4 billion Norwegian kroner, or just over $1 billion US. Oslo is additionally served by the much smaller SANDFORD Airport in Torp in Sandefjord, which is situated 74 miles or 119 kilometers to the south of downtown Oslo and primarily used by leisure and low-cost carriers. Construction of the new main airport started in August 1994. Gardermoen officially opened on the 8th of October 1998. The airlines needed to build their own facilities at Gardermoen. Scandinavian Airlines built a complex with 55,000 square meters, or 590,000 square feet, including a technical base, cabin storage, garages and cargo terminals. The cargo handling facility is 230,000 square feet, or 21,000 square meters, and was built in cooperation with Posten Norge. Scandinavian Airlines also built 2 lounges in a passenger terminal. Parliament decided to build a high-speed airport rail link from Oslo to Gardermoen. The 40-mile, or 64-kilometre, Gardermoen line connects Oslo Central Station to the Gardermoen and onwards to Eidsvoll. About half the airport's operators' income is from retail revenue. Gardermoen has had considerable problems with fog and freezing rain, and has had several times had to completely close down. This was also a problem at Fornebu, and reported to be at Hurum as well. On average, there was a supercooled rain 3 times a month during the winter. Gardermoen has direct connections to just over 160 destinations. Over 40 airlines operate into and out of this airport, and some 7 cargo carriers as well. So a brand new airport only recently built to replace the old Fornebu, but as you can see, very extensive facilities all over this airfield. And credit to Airsoft, they've modelled almost everything, as you can see from some of these views. So let's look at the runway situation here. Okay, runways then. So I've lowered the lighting. It's now 9 PM local time. It's May the 6th. As I said, I've gone near to the summer to give a better sort of rendition, a better view of what we're looking at here. So Oslo Gardermoen operates 2 main runways, 01 left 19 right and 01 right 19 left. Runway 01 left 19 right, and we're looking down the throat of 19 right now, measures 11,811 feet or 3,600 meters and is made from an asphalt concrete mix. Runway 01 right, 19 left is the shorter of the two, measuring 9,678 feet or 2,950 metres, and is also made from the same asphalt concrete mix. The airport lies at an elevation of 682 feet or 208 metres and sits within the GMT UTC plus 1 hour time zone. However, like much of Europe, Norway does operate daylight saving time, but with both the UK and Norway currently back from DST, the country remains 1 hour ahead of the UK. So, facilities on the runways. All 4 runway ends feature high-intensity runway lighting, high-intensity airfield lighting system version 2, centerline lighting, touchdown zone lighting, short field lighting approach system, and precision approach path indicators on the left side. So here we are, as I said, looking down runway 19 right. The approach light system, or the short field light system, is here as per the charts. That's correct. Centerline is there. High intensity lighting. The PAPI's on the left. Can't see the touchdown zone. Let's get a little bit closer. So touchdown zone lighting appears to be missing, certainly from runway 19 right. But we will look at all 4 runway ends individually in a moment. For now, approaches, again, all 4 runway ends feature the following approach options. Instrument landing system, or an ILS, which is certified to category 2 and 3B low visibility operations. So if those of you who were listening to the history, and we talked about fog and low visibility, you've now got options on all 4 runways to do auto lands, literally right down to the runway. You've got 4 separate RNP approach options as well with each runway. There's a VOR approach option on 01 left and 19 right only, and they have a visual unspecified approach option as well. Note that between 22:30 and 06:30 local time there is a preferential runway system in operation, and you guys need to check out the charts to find that out. So here we are looking at runway 19 right. The only thing that's missing is the touchdown zone lighting. Let's have a look at 19 left. So here we are looking down the throat of 19 left, and as you can see, everything is there, and this runway does indeed have the touchdown zone lighting. So we've got the PAPI's on the left, the high intensity airfield lighting system, centerline, touchdown zone, and we've got the short field lighting system as well. So let's go down the other end, 01 right. So here we are looking down the throat of runway 01 right, and again everything is complete here. PAPI's on the left, high intensity airfield lighting system, centerline, touchdown zone lighting, and the short field lighting system as well. So it's all here. So 01 right is okay. Lastly, let's check out 01 left. So here we are looking down the throat of 01 left, and again everything is there. Short field lighting approach system, centerline, high intensity airfield lighting system, and the touchdown zone lighting, and PAPI's on the left. So the only thing that's missing is the touchdown zone lighting at the other end of this runway, 19 right. And if I remember correctly, 19 right is the one that's most often used for landings. However, for such a big project, that's the only thing they're missing. And yeah, it's great. And those of you, the keen-eyed amongst you, would have seen you've got green centerline lights as well as blue airfield headlights as well. So lots of taxiway lighting for you to get around as the light drops here. Excellent. So that was it for runways. Now let's do the jetway test. Okay, jetways. Right, so here we are parked on stand 22. This is the Phoenix Airbus A320 in my livery. My apologies for the flashing lights. For some reason I cannot seem to turn them off or assign the appropriate buttons to do that. It's something I'm working on at the moment. Hopefully I'll find the answer. Here we are on stand 22. I just wanted to get the jetway test done here and see how that works. So let's give it a go. So there we go, the door opens, the jetway moves forward. Now I've spawned straight from the menu, so it'll be interesting to see if the positioning is right. But that looks to be pretty good. fact, it looks really nice from here. Let's get a closer look. So firstly, you can see we spawned onto the center line, and we've got these markings here. They're just numbered from like 1 to 6, but there's no real indication as to what aircraft should stop, but we'll come to that in a moment. Now that looks pretty impressive. It's close, as close probably as it needs to be, and it looks pretty good from this side. Now just to show you there, you've got the visual docking guidance system working, although the aircraft hasn't been identified, probably because I haven't sort of done anything properly, but you've got the stand and the time. It's saying 10:46. And as you can see from the actual menu here, the time is correct. It's 10:46 UTC or Zulu, 11:46 local time. They're an hour ahead of us here. So let's have a look from the other side. And once again, that looks to be a pretty good fit, particularly the bottom and the top, and the hood doesn't look as though it's gone through the jetway. Let's go inside. So here we are inside the jetway. The door's open, it's not infringing the hood at all, and the hood doesn't appear to have gone through the side of the aircraft. And you've also got the dispatcher's control console here for moving the jetway. And one other thing I like about this as well, this is typical Airsoft, is the jetway is open, no closed door or shutter, so you can see, you'll be able to see passengers walking off the aircraft with GSX. Only problem is this, I think, well maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a left turn up there, but you'll be able to see passengers coming out, which is great. Let's have a look from inside the aircraft. And there you can see from inside the aircraft, and it's a lovely view. You'll be able to watch passengers going out all the time, which would be great. And as you can see, no infringement of the aircraft skin by the jetway hood. And the same is true of the flight deck. Again, no infringement of the aircraft at all by the hood. It's a perfect fit almost. So there we can see passengers will go up the jetway and then they'll turn right to go into the terminal. So let's just disconnect the jetway now. Hood springs back, the door closes. Very nice. And actually there you can see the door, or the shutter, is actually closed. But when you get to the jetway and connects to an aircraft, it's open. This is a really good feature. To be honest, I've looked at recently at an Airsoft scene from Milan, which is nothing like the quality that this is. I mean, it was fine, it was okay, but it wasn't what I expected, to be honest. But here, we're looking at OSLO GARDERMOEN, same company, and yet a huge improvement in quality. The jetway is almost perfect. I'd give it a 98% here, and to have the door open and closed again when it moves back is a first. I've not seen that before. You've got the usual excellent weathering, and the whole place looks really good. Vehicles as well going about that belong to the airport, and lots of stuff going on, and that's just from the jetway test. So there we go, that was a jetway test on just one of them. Excellent, really, really excellent. So let's get down to the airport proper now and see what this is like. Okay, welcome back. So let's start the main tour. For the moment, we're going to start here on the southwest corner. You've got runway 01 left threshold there to the left of us. And we're just going to go right across the airport so you can have a look at some of these features low level. I mean, even from this shot, you look at the detail. This is 2020, by the way, not 2024, and just look at the foliage and the way this airport is presented. I mean, this is as good as anything I've seen. And kudos to Airsoft for getting this looking the way it is. And anyway, let's do the tour. So as you can see, lots of features to look at here. There's additional stands there. Lots of buildings all fully modelled. There's the Norwegian hangar with the obligatory aircraft as well. I believe that's cargo stands down there. I mean, look, it's just, the detail is amazing. Lots of vehicles. Now we come across to the central area here where we've got the stands. And look, you've even got cars going down the landside road, and they're following the road properly. I mean, that's great. Various vehicles here as well that are unique to the airport. There's my aircraft parked on the stand. And this is the meat and potatoes of what you guys really want to look at, and just look at the detail. Almost every stand's got the visual docking guidance system. And you've got vehicles specific to this airport. Lots of clutter. That all looks good. I mean, I've got everything turned on, and as you can see, the motion's pretty impressive. Plenty of ground signage. All of it looks pretty good. And if I remember correctly, over here you've got, as I say, additional stands. This, I believe, might well be the de-icing area. And then you've got this great big area here where they do blast. This is a blast screen area where they do engine run-up tests. Beautifully modelled and nicely fitted into the ground terrain. So we're heading up this way. Here's the end of one of the piers, and you can see again the detail. And then we've got this little tunnel. I think it's blocked, I'm not sure. Let's have a quick look. So here's the tunnel. I mean, it's accurate enough and it looks realistic, which is great, but as you can see here, it is blocked. You can't actually go through it. But no complaints, let's carry on. So as we see, we can carry on. That looks to be the fire station. Oh, you got occasionally got a texture went wrong there. Well, as you can see, shed loads of detail. Place is incredible. Really is. There's so much to see. Another fire engine. You've got a fuel station down there as well. Note the signs down there on the road. Now here's the big SAS hangar. And we've got some static aircraft down here as well. It's very good. Very, very good indeed. So let's have a look at some signage. As you can see, some really good clear signs, all properly set into the ground. Taxiways look good, the ground markings are excellent, we've got no complaints at all. And as we get close to one of the runways here, more signage. You've got the obligatory runway signs, and we've got the wigwags, or runway guard lights as the Americans call them. So this is 19 left, 01 right. We're obviously looking east. And there you go. Looks really impressive. And now on the other side of the runway, you've got what they call, of what I believe they call balancing ponds. So as we pass over towards the central area from this area here, as you can see, the detail on the buildings is excellent. We're going to have a look at the control tower now. So here's the view from outside, and you can see there is internal development, which is great. Let's pop in. So here we are looking inside the tower, and as you can see, you've got animated controllers and people there, which is exactly what you want. You know, developers who do the towers, You know, the tower should be done. This is what you should see. I mean, it's great. Doesn't take much. Doesn't affect the frame rate nowadays. Brilliant. And just a quick look there in the other direction. Very, very impressive. So as we pass over the stands, let's have a look and see if we can see the train. There's an animated train that goes into the airport here. There you've got another tunnel, which I think also is blocked. And here's the train tracks. Here we go, here comes the train. So there's quite a delay, I think it's quite a long delay as to when the train comes along, but let's have a look as it passes through. It's wonderful detail down here. Be interesting to see if the train's lit at night, but there she goes. So we follow it up to where the tunnel, it disappears into the tunnel. And you've got lights as well. I mean, that's brilliant. So as you can see, there's a whole host of modelling and things that are going on here. It's brilliant. Okay, so we're back on stand, and let's have a look at what you guys are really interested in. Here we are on the stand. This is the view from inside the Airbus. We're parked on stand 2-2. As you can see, you've got the visual docking guidance system ahead, which is not active because we're not moving in or out. And if you look closely, you can see people moving inside the terminal. There's one of the animated vehicles specific to the airport. So there's a view from the captain's side. You can see you've got clear jetways here, so those of you using GSX will get to see the passengers walking up. And here you've got various vehicles and things specific to this airport. And there's a view looking through the first officer's window. So here's the ramp, and you can see the detail is impressive. You've got complete with passenger walking areas here. There's a close-up of the head of the stand there. You've got the obligatory hoardings there to the right. And there's an example of one of the vehicles. That's a Norwegian Airlines vehicle. And here we are looking down the airside road. And you've got baggage vehicles there going into the baggage reclaim area. And there's another view. I apologise for the nav lights and the strobes going. I can't seem to turn them off in the Phoenix. I'm currently exploring a way to try and sort that out. But as you can see, you've got the sounds and things going on. And there you can see the jetways retracted and the door is closed. Now during the jetway test you saw that we could actually see right the way through. So that's really a nice effect where the door closes after it's not being used. So while we're here, let's have a quick look inside the terminal airside. So this is a really nice scene, and as you can see by the camera as we moved around, there's no loss of frame rate or motion issues. And here you've got plenty of people, and most of them are animated. So here's airside. Let's have a quick look round here. And note the ambient sounds, by the way. We should hear some announcements. There's some beautiful animations. You can see the signs changing, and look, we've got a travelator that's actually moving. I mean, this is amazing. This is the sort of realism you want. It's very nice. It's tempting to spend a lot of time looking in here.
Velkommen til Norwegian rute 760 til Trondheim. Alle passasjerer med gruppe A til C kan nå gå om bord i flyet. Alle passasjerer med radnummer 16 til 32 bør bruke bakerste trykk på vegne av Norwegian østlig rundtur.
So there you go, that was a pass through the airside part of the terminal to give you some idea of the sounds and the ambience in there, which is absolutely incredible, to be honest. So let's turn our attention to landside. And this is what you want to see. Loads of detail, but passengers as well. Okay, not that many, just a few, but the cars are going down the road as well. Lots of signage, lots of detail. I mean, it looks great. This is the upper level. As you can see, you've got not many, but you've got a handful of people. There's a couple of people there waiting to get on or just come off that minibus to the right hand side there. And the trees, once again, lovely foliage. And some more people here at the other end. Very highly detailed car park, multi-storey to the right there. And this is a big feature of this airport, this sign thing that they've got there too. Very nice indeed. Okay, so let's go inside the airport landside and have a look. So on the upper departures level, okay, so here we are at check-in. Plenty of check-in desks. It looks a bit quiet here, but we've got at least one passenger there, and we've got an animated passenger over there in the distance. Let's see. Okay, self-service check-in. You can also hear announcements. So again, we've got really good detail here. There's departures. And what about the clock? Is the clock accurate? Yes, it is. There we are, 12:31 or 10:31 UTC. There we go. So a quick look through departures. Okay, so we can't get into departures. But from there you can see what's going on airside. And it's nice. It's not overly done, there's not loads of people, but there's more people airside than there are landside. Okay, so that was a brief look at some of the features during the daytime. Let's bring the dusk up now and see what that looks like. Okay, 9:25 local time. Remember, it's May, so it's early summer here, or late spring, whichever way you want to do it. And this is what it looks like. The lights came on about 5 minutes ago, and here you can see some very nice subtle lighting. It's not overdone. Green centerline lights everywhere as well for you to get there. Many of the vehicles have head and tail lights, which is good. There's a control tower. And yeah, it all looks pretty nice from here. And there we are looking out towards the other side. Again, plenty of green lighting. Taxiway signs are all lit up properly. Shouldn't have much of a problem finding your way around here, providing you've got the charts. And there we are looking towards the northern end. Again, beautiful lighting, no problem at all there. So let's have a look at the tower. You can see internal lighting in the terminal there, which makes it look really good. So there's the tower. Looks a bit dark to me, but inside it's fine. So here comes the train. I want to see if it's lit up. Here comes the train. Okay, so we've got lighting at the front, but no, it doesn't seem to be any internal lighting. But there you go, you've got red lights at the back and it's pulling into the station. So here's a close-up look at the station. You've got two trains in there. Again, they're both sort of semi-lit, although here you've got the lighting here inside the station. No people this time, which is a pity. Would have been nice to see the station with a few people. Don't know how long it is before the train leaves the station. In fact, there's another one there. So you've got multiple trains here. There's one going out. Bear in mind that this one on the right just came in. So you've got lots of animation working here. There it goes. Pity we can't see any passengers. So here's a quick look landside. Vehicles going down the road there that are all lit up as well. There you can see in through the glass inside landside of the terminal. And they're looking through the other end. It's just, it's great. So we bypass the tower, we run across the landside car park. You've got some hotels and stuff to the left. Approach road down there. And here is the hangar, SAS hangar. As you can see, with some nice subtle lighting. So once again, a quick view from the flight deck at dusk. Here you can see some more animations. The trucks look really good. You can see inside AIRSIDE there. This is the view you'll get when you pull up at this stand. I have to say the animations are great. Looking through the captain's side and looking across through the first officer's window. So here's the airside road. There's the timing on the VDGS system, and there you've got people inside the airside lounge. And there's my aircraft parked on the stand. Once again, my apologies, I can't seem to turn the lights off at the moment. It's something I'm looking into. Apparently it's only a problem with the Phoenix because it uses different methods for allocating the switches to my Alpha, Honeycomb Alpha Honeycomb Alpha control unit. Okay, so that was a quick look at dusk. Let's bring the night time down now and see how much the lighting comes up. Okay, 11:15 local time in the evening. As you can see, the sun is pretty much gone. This is night time, and we're looking at what I think is a really, really nice scene. The lighting has come up. It's totally different at night. You can even see the hotel light windows have been activated, so to speak. Some really nice lighting here. And once again, looking out across the stands and taxiways, plenty of green centerline lighting to help you get around. The signage is excellent, all very well lit, no problems there at all. And there, flashing in the distance, you can see the wind farm. which was mentioned in the features, and also here in the foreground you've got the blast screen area where they take the aircraft out to do an engine run-up test. Here's the train line that goes into the station, and you can see they've got lights here, red and green, which is really impressive. I doubt that the trains are lit at night. They certainly weren't during the dusk, although there are sort of lights around here and there. Here, for example, various vehicles and stuff that are lit up at night time that actually weren't terribly well lit during dusk. I see this in a lot of sceneries. You go to dusk and it looks good, but it's only when you go to night time that things really come up, as it were. There you've got that airside road tunnel that goes under the taxiway there and comes out the other side. You've got the lights on here. This all looks pretty nice. It's a pity it's not open and lit inside. That would have been nice to see. So we've got a train coming down the tracks now. Let's have a look and see if there's any better lighting during the night time on the animated train. No, just the headlights and the tail lights. But all in all, a really impressive scene. So let's do a quick overhead tour of the central area. As you can see, the lights are brilliant. The lighting is just stunning, really. You can see inside the terminal. You've got vehicles on the landside road there. Some really nice subtle blue lighting there too. There's the SAS hangar. There's the control tower to the right, the multi-storey car park. The Radisson Hotel below us coming up. Oh, it's just great. It all looks really good. This is a really stunning scenery. And once again, we've got some great signage out here on the ramp. There's your working wigwags. We'll actually go across the runway and look at this facility on the other side. Again, beautifully lit, very, very subtle lighting here. And this is the sort of quality we get used to seeing from Aerosoft, certainly in some of their better sceneries, and this is one of their best. Here you've got the parked operations vehicle with the animated lights on the top, the obstruction light as they call it. But here you can also see in through the windows here, you've got this high detail parallax effect, which gives the illusion of what's going on inside the building. And remember, this is almost an off-airport building that you might not give a second look at, and yet they've modelled it. And looking up in the other direction, looks really impressive. It's very nice, and not an Asobo globe in sight. Very impressive. And finally, a look across the first officer's window from the flight deck at night time to look at the vehicles going by, all properly lit, headlights and obstruction lights going. Once again, I apologise for the strobes and flashing lights. I can't seem to stop them. Hopefully we'll sort that out. And if you look ahead there, you can see people moving inside a lit airside terminal lounge. It's all really nice. Got no complaints at all. It's really good. Another operations vehicle coming down there. So there's a high level shot looking across the central area. I mean, it looks great at night time, it really does. Okay, so if I position myself right, we bring the dawn up and we should get a red glow into the building. So let's bring up the dawn. Okay, 5:25 in the morning, and here you can see the red glow on the buildings as the airport begins to sort of wake up and the dawn comes up. It's 5:25 in the morning. There we are looking south. Now you've got the SAS hangar down there in the distance. And we look towards the northwest. There's the blast screen enclosure here. And finally the sun rises in the east. Okay, let's bring the daytime up and we'll discuss this product. Okay, 8:05 in the morning and time to discuss this and see what we think. Do I like it? Yeah, of course I do. It's a huge improvement over Milan Malpensa, I have to say. Milan Malpensa, good airport, nice product. Not sure about the price and was a little disappointed considering it was Aerosoft, who are known for their ability. But they've come back with a bang here. I mean, this airport is very, very detailed. It's weathered all over the place. It looks beautiful where it is. It sits in the terrain very, very well. Loads of modelling, lots of effects and animations. It's very, very nice indeed. It's certainly the best Gardermoen version that I've seen at the moment. It blows away the Orbix version in so many ways. Just my opinion, you understand? If you bought the Orbix version, you know, it's a good product. It's very, very, it'll give you exactly what you want. But if you want the total immersion, I think this is it. A couple of things probably they need to improve on. I would like to see the animated train lit during the darkness hours, and maybe a few people in the station. I mean, they've done a wonderful job airside. You've got animated people walking around the shops and everything, and there's a real ambience and atmosphere there. And as you saw, we were moving the camera through with no loss of frame rate or juddering or anything. So that clearly works. So I would like to see some passengers at the train station and the train's interior sort of lit at night, or some sort of parallaxing to give the effect of lighting inside the train, which would make it easier to see and just a lot more interesting, really. The only other thing, you've got touchdown zone lights missing on, I think it's 19 right. The other three ends of the runway are fine, but navigation aids are excellent. What about the price? Okay, just over €25, getting close to $27, or just £21 UK. I mean, it's on the high side, but I think the price is about right for what you're getting here. I mean, there's a lot has been done. You've got so many animations as well, vehicles, operational vehicles, airline-specific vehicles, vehicles going along the road's landside and actually going along the right side of the road and not veering off as well. Yeah, you know, animated people in the terminals, the visual docking guidance system that works, and like I said, even the clocks are correct. There's so much here, and bear in mind there's at least one other developer that charges close to €30 for a product that isn't anywhere half as good as this is. So I think you're getting a good value for money. And also bear in mind you get the Flight Sim 2024 version as well for free. So once you buy this, you can buy for whatever version, and you've got both options available for download. That's quality. That's really good in my opinion. It's a lovely airport. It could be fun flying in here. It really could. All I've got to do is try and sort out my lights on my aircraft flashing away in the distance there. So yeah, highly recommended. They're certainly, in my opinion, the best version of Gardermoen you'll get to see so far. Beautiful job's been done. Be interesting for those of you who download the 2024 version to see what that's like. I'm still waiting on a new PC to sort of install Flight Sim 2024, and we'll start looking at some of the products for there at some point shortly as well. So there you are, folks. It's Mega Airport Oslo Gardermoen Airport in Norway. Echo November Golf Mike. It's new payware version, brand new by Aerosoft. This is version 1.0.2. It's for the PC version, and it's available for both Flight Sim 2020 and 2024. Download comes in via the Airsoft One app, and the installation's just over 3 gigs. It's available from a variety of vendors, including SimMarket, Aerosoft Shop, and JustFlight. Strangely enough, you can get it from JustFlight as well. I'll give you the SimMarket price. It includes tax. It's €25.16, which equates to roughly $25.95 US, or £20.88 UK. As ever, US and UK prices are estimates taken from the euro, and they include tax or VAT at 20%, which may vary depending on which country you're in when you make your purchase. It's a highly recommended scenery, certainly for me the best version of Gardermoen out there. brings Airsoft back with a bang. It's hugely way better than their last effort in Milan. But yeah, you know, everything works. It looks great at both day and night time. All they've got to do really, at some point maybe with the next version, is just simply add the touchdown zone markers on runway 19 right, and we'd like to see a few more people in areas where we would expect to see them. Like to see a few more people that check in landside of the terminal, and also at the train station. They've modelled the trains, 3 of them actually going in and out that we've had a look at. I'd like to see them lit up during the darkness hours and have some people on the train station. Other than that, this is a beautiful product and highly recommended. So thanks for joining me, folks. Stay tuned. Later this week for our next review, we're going to look at Orlando's Sanford International Airport by TAI Models. Always been waiting to see if somebody would do a good job on that airport. It's Orlando's second airport, often used by leisure facilities, leisure airlines, and yeah, we'll have a look at that and see what we think. So thanks for watching the review. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks to those that have stayed with me. Thanks to all my subscribers, and thanks to those recently who bought me a coffee. Every little helps. I do spend out some money here getting these products to review. Sometimes I get them sent, which is very nice, and my thanks to the developers that do that. I purchased this product, and yeah, the thoughts and comments are all my own and haven't been influenced in any way. So have a good week, folks. Safe flying. I will see you in the next review. My name's Lee. Take care now. Bye bye.